about this guitar?
So this is an Antonio Torres from 1863, which I spent 4 years restoring. And this is a very small instrument, very plain. It's probably represented the cheapest level of instrument that Torres made. If you notice, the bridge is like a lute bridge. It just has a tie block. There's no separate saddle even for the strings. And the bridge is made of mahogany. And inside, this instrument has no fan strutting on the top at all. It just has 2 cross struts and 2 little bars on each side of the sound hole, and that's it. Very, very simple. And on the back, there is 1 brace here, and that's it. There's not the usual 3 braces. So this guitar was probably put together in a couple of days' time using the least expensive and cheapest materials they could do it with. And yet, having said all that, if you look at the precision of the outline and the work and the level of the rosette, the precision of the inlay of the rosette and the detailing on the bridge and everything, it still shows a lot of skill. It's very well put together, and particularly the linings on the inside, which are a little hard to see, but they're just a solid piece of bent wood, but they're crimped all around with a special little tool that crimped it to help bend it so that it went a little faster.
So what would a guitar like this go for now? What's kind of the going rate for a Torres?
Oh, I think probably any Torres in reasonably original condition that's playable is probably worth $100 grand, maybe more. And this one's not as fancy. It's not as impressive to look at as some of the ones that are still in existence. Out of the about approximately 300 or so instruments they estimated that Torres made, I think there's about 90 to 100 that are still in existence in some form or another. Many of them not particularly playable now because they've been really badly worked on.
Well, that one sounds really great.
It's amazing. It's the sides on this for luthiers. This guitar is absolutely shocking. The sides on this guitar average about 0.8 of a millimeter thick. Okay, that's way less than a 1/16 of an inch. It's like the thickness of maybe a couple of playing cards, if that.
Wow.
Very thin. And it had many cracks in the sides. This guitar actually came from Almeria. Had been in a family for generations. And the grandson lives here in New Jersey, and his grandmother wrote him from Spain and basically said, we've got your grandpa's old guitar here. It's been sitting on a wall all these years. It's in horrible condition. Do you want it? If not, we're going to throw it away. And he said, okay, send it over. So they sent it over. This guy didn't play the guitar or know anything about guitar at all. And he got it. Of course, he looked inside and he saw the label and he said, gee, that's funny. It's I wonder who that was. So he got on the internet and started looking it up. and started asking around, and so everybody ended up saying, well, you got to take it over to Richard. And so he called me up, and normally 9 times out of 10 these things are wild goose chases, but there's something about this and what he was telling me. I said, wow, that sounds very interesting. Why don't you bring it out? And he brought it out, and it wasn't even in a case or anything, and I looked at it and I said, oh my God, because this one is not in Romaneos's book. It's not in the catalog of instruments. So so he decided, he didn't have a lot of money, but he decided right then and there, he said, well, we want to restore this to playing condition and undo some of the really bad work that had been done on it. All the work that had been done on it previously had been done back probably in the 20s. Which was the last time it was probably playable, and that which was fortunate because there wasn't any synthetic glue in it. That made things a lot easier. So undoing some of the previous work was very easy. What was difficult, and I didn't anticipate, even though I've worked on other Torreses, was apparently Torres was experimenting with some kind of additive to the glue that made it really waterproof, and trying to get some of the stuff apart was almost impossible.